Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. FBI joins investigation into North Carolina power outage caused by intentional attack. CNN. Why would a story like this end up on crypto Twitter? In the crypto news. I'll tell you why. Because people are waiting for that flip of the switch moment. Anytime you hear power outage, internet outage, people inside of crypto pay attention. They think this is it. They're going to usher in the new financial system. Nobody knows the timing of the market, but certainly we will see some nice price action between now and Q2 2023, followed by an 80 to 90% crash, bringing in liquidity crisis and new global CBDC financial system. Everything looks like it's going to start in Q1 of next year for XRP. Think about it. The lawsuit coming to an end. ISO going live in March. That's also going to be very big. That's when we'll probably get our first look at the value of XRP in the future. Because everything is headed that way. A lot of people are going to lose all of their money when this current financial system collapses. I mentioned that in previous videos, and people said, do you mean people that hold crypto are going to lose all their money? Absolutely not. Continue to hold crypto. Hold the right cryptocurrencies. I believe we're getting very close to them ushering in the new financial system. You can see it coming. It does seem intentional, and it's an eye-opener. Businesses close because their debit machines aren't working. Even some banks are closed. Then they want us to go to digital money and get rid of cash. No, thank you. That's a plan that must never be implemented. But it's already being implemented. We see it throughout the world right now, CBDC after CBDC popping up in almost every single country. And people will try to fight back against this. People that are beholden to the US dollar, people that got rich in the current financial system, they will end up losing everything because they're going to try to fight back against going digital. I talk to people outside of crypto and I try to explain to them what's coming. First, they don't believe it'll ever happen, that we will go cashless. The government will never allow that. But it's the same government pushing us into that. Then they always say the Fed will rescue us. The Fed is also pushing forward with Fed Now and the CBDC. You need to stop trusting in the government. Banks won't go under. Our whole current financial system is dependent on them. And banks are headed that direction also. They're getting ready for ISO as we speak. Some big banks are closing down the smaller branches. They won't be needed in the future. Establishment thinks Fed will stay strong and cause a recession, which will save the fiat monetary system. But retail and politicians expect them to pivot. The fate of the Western world rests on a committee that meets behind closed doors that is beholden to the banks. And the Fed might pivot at first because I believe a massive collapse has to happen for them to usher in the United States CBDC. They will never vote that in. I said it in previous videos. Governments will continue to go bankrupt and print money to save themselves. The U.S. government has not made a profit since 2001 and has a debt of $31 trillion. Now, I thought I'd point this out. This is from the game Monopoly. What if the bank runs out of money? Some players think that the bank is bankrupt if it runs out of money. The bank never goes bankrupt. To continue playing, use slips of paper to keep track of each player's banking transactions until the bank has enough paper money to operate again. The banker may also issue new money slips of ordinary paper, kind of like printing money. That's what got us into $31 trillion worth of debt here in the U.S. I believe they want to get rid of the current system. They want to start out with zero debt again. And I feel the rest of the world is pushing the same way. And yet people still don't understand that this is going to come whether they like it or not. Saudi Arabia hosts a China-Arab summit this week. The United States is eyeing Beijing's regional role warily. Now I'm telling you, once Saudi Arabia joins BRICS, which I believe they absolutely are going to, that will be the end of the petrodollar. No more printing money in the US. The United States dollar will absolutely fall in value. And a lot of people that are still beholden to cash will ride it down. Hyperinflation will set in. At that same time, crypto will be skyrocketing. This is such a blatant corruption by the Democrats. Even this tweet is a preview of the coming narrative. Cooperate in good faith and we will sweep this under the rug and save our own skin. Most importantly, our government is at war with us. They just haven't declared it yet. And it's not only Democrats. FTX pointed that out. The fall of FTX showed us that it's Republicans and Democrats. I always say it like this. If you're arguing with somebody because of politics, you need to just stop because these people are working together in Washington and they have one agenda in mind to collapse the current financial system and usher in the Great Reset. Only a handful of people are against it, and we see it all the time. A lot of these people all have ties to that World Economic Forum. Crypto being about creating sound money and a new financial system is a pie in the sky distraction. It's really about Trojan horsing new technology that will evolve and strengthen the current fiat system we have today. And some people believe they're going to try to build the current system back up, fix it. And XRP could fix the current system as well. Ripple effect. Ripple with XRP can fix many of the problems with the current financial system. Traditional big bankers are terrified of this. Now, they could easily fix this current system, but I don't think anyone wants to. Definitely not the World Economic Forum because they want a system they can control so they can enslave the world. And every leader throughout the world right now seems to all be pushing in the same direction. If countries slowly ditch the dollar and start selling products to other countries, the reverse will happen and the US will have a massive supply of US dollars. That could result in hyperinflation. Now, if hyperinflation was to set in, you would be taking wheelbarrows full of cash to go buy a loaf of bread. That's how bad things can actually get. That's why a lot of people inside of crypto always say make sure you have enough supplies to last for a certain period of time. Because I feel when they do crash this system out, it's going to hurt a lot of people throughout the world. It's going to be far bigger than what we've seen in 2008. The Federal Reserve banks have narrowing the timeline of the FedNow service launch to mid-year 2023, specifically targeting a production rollout of the service in May to June timeframe. So the Federal Reserve lays it right out. They even have it on the .gov website what's coming as far as CBDCs. Yet people outside of crypto still don't want to believe the fact that the world is pushing towards cashless society. But they tell you it's almost like the World Economic Forum talking about the Great Reset and the New World Order. Yet people don't want to believe that either. They won't believe it until it actually starts to take place. You need to prepare yourself for that while you still can. XRP will become the main artery in the new financial system because this vein will run through all areas of it. It's not going to be just XRP though. I believe the first real movers are going to be XRP, XLM, and QNT. XDC will run later, as well as Algo and IOTA and a handful of others. But this is a lot bigger than a lot of us think. And it's hard to even put it into words, but think about all the world's money moving on a daily basis and think about how much value that is. Plus, if we go to a gold-backed standard after the new financial system is rolled out, XRP has to be high valued. More than 300 financial institutions use the technology of Ripple. I don't think that's a coincidence. XRP is the main and most important cryptocurrency for the new financial system. 300 financial institutions already using the technology of Ripple. The US is going to utilize it as well. You need to position yourself now so you end up on the right side of history. You want to become rich when this happens. Because I think after the new system rolls out, a lot of people are going to end up on government money. You want to be on the other side of that. You want to be wealthy when that happens. You want that generational wealth. You want to be part of the new 1%. It can happen very fast. And we're positioning ourselves now while the prices are very low. Think about it. It's hard to even fathom the fact that XRP is sitting at 40 cents and all of a sudden it's going well over $1,000 in the near future. It's hard to picture it happening. That's why people will still stick to previous cycles and market caps because it's more believable. But when you look at the big picture, what's really more believable? That XRP can hit 10,000 or XRP can hit $10? Because everything's lining up perfectly. It's like everything's falling in line right to the T. That's what gets us to the high-priced XRP. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.